Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. Today I'm going to show you how you can make cool and clickable professional thumbnails using AI. It's super easy, it's quick, it's fun, it's fast. Let's get into it. Here we go. All right, now I use Gemini for this, but I've also in the past used ChatGPT, but you can use whatever AI agent that works best for you. So let's jump in. I'm actually going to use my iPad for this example, but you can use your phones, your tablets, your computers, whatever it is that you want to use where you access your AI agent. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up Gemini, and I'm going to go ahead and just paste in this prompt right here. And it says, I made a YouTube video titled, and I left that blank so that you can put in whatever title you want, and I just leave it blank on my own. So when I paste it in, I can type in whatever title it is that I have at the time. Can you make me a cool clickable thumbnail for YouTube? Here are a few photos, one product, one that can be used as a background, and a few of me. Feel free to adjust the angles and place them in a cool background along with me. You know how you do when you make cool stuff. I trust you to make it awesome. That's it. Now, what I want to do is just make sure that I fill in that blank part from just blank to the title of my YouTube video. So here it is. It says I made a YouTube video titled The Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens, a bird photographer's dream, or just another lens. So now that I have the title in there, I want to go ahead and add those photos. So I'm going to go ahead and click the plus button here, and I'm going to go to photos, and I've saved a few photos here. So I'm going to go ahead and click in a few of me. So I have one here of me that's actually in the field, and here's another one that I just used where the same photo, I just removed the background, and another one here also just of me in the studio, and then another one where I removed the background. And then here is a couple of the products. Now I just went ahead and went to, I think it was Sigma's website, and downloaded a couple of product shots of the product. And that's all I recommend is just go find some cool photos online somewhere and just save the photos. Usually the manufacturer's website will have a couple good ones for you. Now once you have them all checked, just go ahead and click so you can load them up. It'll take a few seconds for them to upload, and there we go. And now we're going to go ahead and click go on there, and it's going to start working to give us our thumbnail. All right, it went ahead and made our thumbnail here, and we can see it actually looks really pretty good. I'm saying I'm digging it. I like it, but there are a couple of issues with it that I don't like, so we're going to have to make another one. One is my mistake. I actually forgot to upload the image that I thought might make a good background. So I'm going to have to go ahead and re-upload that, or upload it. And this part right here where it says Today I Feel Like, which is the name of my channel, I'm not a big fan of that right there. I feel like they probably put that in there so that they could cover up that dead space there, which I get, and maybe it should stay there. I don't know, but I'm not really feeling that quite that much. So yeah, but this is one of those key points where I was saying not to pull away from, stay with the video here, and that is because if you have to make changes to your video, if you have to make changes to your thumbnail, make sure that you upload all the photos again. Because if you don't, you start to get these weird changes that the AI does to your images. Sometimes it just degrades them, but sometimes it starts to actually change the look of you or the product or other things in there. So make sure that you re-upload all those photos again. So let me go ahead and re-upload. I'm going to tell it the changes that I want, and we'll see what we get. Okay, so I went ahead and made a few adjustments. So I said, that looks pretty good, but I don't like the box that says Today I Feel Like. Can you remove that? I also forgot to upload the image that I thought might make a nice background, so I'm uploading that now. This is the photo right here, so that's the one that I uploaded that I think might make a nice background. So let me go ahead and I uploaded all the photos again, including that one. So let me go ahead and hit go now, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it made another image, and it did remove the box. It put another photo of me in there, which is all right. I'm okay with that. But what it did do is it kept the same old background in the past, and it didn't actually change anything as far as the background. So if you want to do that, sometimes what I've found, it's best to just start a whole new chat. There's also another thing here. It says on here, bird dream or dude. I think they meant to say dud. I don't know. So I'm going to ask it to change that because I think maybe it should say birder's dream or dud, but not dude. Okay, so I adjusted the prompt again and updated it. And it says, again, looking pretty good, but the text is weird. It says bird dream or dude. And I think it should say something like birder's dream or dud. Also, can you please use the bird image that I uploaded for the background? And right here where it says or dud, I'm just going to make sure to add a question mark so that if it's actually including the punctuation, that it doesn't, put a period there instead. So let's hit go and see what happens. All right, well, it did change things, but it didn't change the way I wanted to. It didn't add the image that I actually uploaded for the background as the background. AI's weird like that sometimes, but I think this image is actually doable. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the next step that I would do, and then I'm going to show you one more step that I'm going to do in between that and being finished. So one of the first things I want to do is actually remove this watermark on there. So we're going to go ahead and save this right here. So we're going to click that. We'll just click it to open it. You can see there is a watermark right there. I'm going to go ahead and click that to download it. And now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go ahead and go to my photos. We'll see that it's saved right there. I'm going to go ahead and edit this. So I'm just going to click on the edit button there and I'm going to hit clean up. And now it's going to says preparing for cleanup. Now, if you get something like this where it's highlighting this dude and that dude, actually, I want to get rid of him. I don't really particularly like him on there, so we'll click that to get rid of him. I'm okay with the bird in there. I want the bird in there, so I'm going to leave the bird there. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. I'm going to go ahead and blow that up right there. And then I'm going to hit this again. We'll see if we can get this go to clean up again. And we'll just tap that. I don't really want the bird in there, so we're just going to go ahead and draw around this, just like that. And we'll hit the X, and boom, there we go. We have that gone. I'm okay. I think that looks pretty good right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit the heart, save that. And now, this is what I want to do. I'm going to go back into Gemini, because I'm not overly excited about the way this one turned out entirely. Now this one isn't awful except for the text. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to click in here and I'm going to copy the text. That's the original prompt that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and click that and I'm going to do a new chat. So I'm just going to go in here, click new chat, and I'm going to paste in that text, and I'm going to make sure I have everything the way I want it. So let me click in, let me just read it and make sure. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and add these photos back in there. But this time I'm going to make sure that I add in my photos of the bird that I forgot the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and click, let me find the bird, and there it is. And I'm hoping it'll use that as the background this time. So it looks like everything's uploaded and ready to go. Let me go ahead and click this and we'll see how we get for this new image. And there we go. I like that. Now that worked out really well. I like that image and that's likely the one I'm going to use. But YouTube does have A/B testing. So sometimes what I like to do, if I haven't gotten frustrated by too many failed generations, what I'll do is I'll ask it to make me another one for A/B testing. So let's do it and see what comes of it. Okay, so you can see here the prompt that I've added in to continue on, and it says that last one was really great. I like it a lot and we'll use it, but I want another for A/B testing. And I meant to say, can you make me another? I put, and you make me another. Let me just go ahead and fix that. Can you make me another? And then I uploaded all the photos again so it has clean images and doesn't start doing any kind of weird AI morphing of my images. So let's go ahead and click run. All right, there is an image. It did produce something. It's actually not bad looking, but it's not quite what I want because there's no name of the lens on there. But it's not terrible. I'm going to go ahead and save it anyways, because with YouTube, you can actually upload 3 images for the A/B testing. So it actually can be ABC testing. So, but I'm going to ask this one, I'm going to ask it again to make me one more image and to include the name and focal length of the lens. Okay, so I updated the prompt here, so we can see it says, that is a good looking thumbnail and I like what you're doing there, but I want the name of the lens on the thumbnail. And again, I meant to say, can you include that? But it says, and. I think somehow I'm getting auto-corrected when I type in can. So there we go. I uploaded all the images again, and we'll see what happens. Now, I'm not a big fan of the bird being sort of cartoonized or illustrated, but this is for A/B testing, and I already have one that I like, so I'm willing to go ahead and have one that's a bit different so that I can see how it might actually, how people might respond to it. Okay, we can see it did make another image, and yeah, it's just, it doesn't really make sense. We can see there it says Sigma 150 to 600 or O overrated. So it's not really making a lot of sense right there. So I think what I might do is just go with just the one image that I have, the one thumbnail, or I can go ahead and just play with this a little bit more and add a few more prompts to see if I can get another good one out of it for some A/B testing. But if I have one really good one, often I'll just roll like that. All right, I decided to try this one more time. So here we have it. It says, you added the name, but the rest of the text doesn't make sense. Can you just make the name of the lens span the top of the image and on the bottom say something like a birder's dream? So now that we have that, I'm just going to go ahead and add my photos back in. So I'm going to go back over to my photos here. And I'm just going to go ahead. I have some of the stuff saved in my favorites. So I'm just going to click on all of those to get them saved. And then I'm going to scroll down and find my bird photo. And there we have it. And let me go ahead and save, click those to add them. And they're uploaded. So now let me go ahead and run that. And this is the last time. If it doesn't work this time, I'm just going to roll with what I have. All right, there we have it. And that actually doesn't look bad. I like it. Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter lens, a birder's dream. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Now I am going to have to go ahead and try and figure out this right here and see if it's going to go ahead and let me get rid of that watermark without screwing up the rest of the image there. But we'll figure that out. But I think that image and the other one that we have here, let me go ahead in here. I think between, let's see, this one here, that's the one, that last one that we have. So if we go into my favorites, I think between these two right here, I think those two are going to work out really well for some A/B testing. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. So yeah, there we go. Anyways, that's it. That is how I make my thumbnails using AI, and you can be as efficient or as, sort of fluid as you want to be. I like to generally just have conversations with the AI, tell it what I'm doing, tell it what I'm feeling and what I think the feel or the vibe of the video is and what the thumbnail should be, and let it do its thing. And when I find that it's doing something well, I let it know. I let it know and say, hey, I really like what you're doing there. Because when you let it know you like something like that, it keeps on working along that same path. Instead of changing stuff up, it'll keep going along that path. Now, if you say, like, I'm not feeling this at all, I don't like it, try something entirely new, it will switch up and try something new. So, but definitely every time that you are going to make a new generation, continue to upload your photos again every single time, because if you don't, it will degrade the image overall and it will start to add some weird morphing to your images. And so just be careful that you don't forget to do that, because if you forget and then you get a cool generation but it looks like turd, you're going to be upset. So all right, that's it. I'm going to leave links to everything down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'll also leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere and see other products and services that I reviewed over time. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.